Alok,
Hey, Erik.
hey, how are you? So what do you think about Build 34?
No, this is this. I mean, I was happy even with the first one, but I think the audio has improved.
Yeah, the audio has improved.
The audio has significantly improved,
Yeah,
uh, and I think I think it's I mean a lot of it is cosmetic, but the pictures on the LinkedIn profiles, all those are more stable. Like earlier, I would see a lot of those just
the
break.
avatar.
So that's there.
Yeah, that's the loading of that stuff. Did you see that there was a refresh button now on the LinkedIn tab menu?
Yes. So there's two more added. Okay, refresh and cancel. Earlier there was just show all and show hook flash.
Yeah, exactly. And the refresh is so if you're connecting with a new guy on LinkedIn
Uh-huh.
and he has the app, he downloads the app, he sees you, but
Uh-huh.
you don't see him yet.
Right.
So now you can just hit refresh and you'll see all your new connections.
And I also think there was an invite thing, although in her email she said the invite link is not yet active.
Yeah. So the invite thing is basically when we go to the App Store. So it does work, but like the install.hookflash.me, that link there is not going to point to the App Store, obviously, because we're not in the App Store yet. So there's two things. We've got offline messaging and the stale session issue that we're working on. So another week or so, and we'll be in a position to submit to the App Store, I hope.
Wow. So then it'll be out for everyone, right? Then there's no
Yeah.
invite business.
Yeah, then you can invite anybody you want. That's the purpose behind these invite buttons is
Oh,
as soon as it goes to the App Store, you can, and it's not, it's not really as much of an invite as it is just, an introduction to Hookflash.
exactly. I mean, got it.
So
Yeah.
you could go download the app and you don't need an invite, but this is another way to
Exactly.
make people aware that it exists, right?
Yes, no, of course. No,
So
exactly. Hey, how about the group video thingy?
yeah, so group video, we're 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 kind of focused on just getting these
The
basic features working really well,
yes.
like really well. We know that people are going to be asking for group video and
Yeah.
group audio, right? So, but our first plan is to just make sure that we've got a really great experience one to one. And
Yes.
when we've knocked that out of the park, and we've done that really well, then you're going to see us kind of expanding on the feature set. So I don't know if I told you this before or not, but the media engine that we're using for Hookflash for the iPad is the same media engine that Google's using for their WebRTC project.
Yeah.
So we're already halfway down the interoperability path.
Yeah, exactly.
So we just need to uh, just want to see this iPad client get out and get some adoption and
Right.
yeah.
And then you're thinking about adding like phone this thing to it. For example, somebody who's not online, if you have the iPhone thing, for example,
Yeah,
somebody just calling in.
if we have an iPhone app, we really don't need to do that. And I got to be honest with you, I'm sick of catering to the carriers and telcos of old.
I agree.
And the PSTN in my mind just needs to go away, right? Like all that copper just needs to go away. Like, you know,
It's not going away, Eric, anytime soon. You know that,
I,
right?
I, I know. I'm being a little bit altruistic, but I would like to believe that, those who want to have a good experience will, gravitate to IP and we won't have to, be handcuffed to copper. I think Flash is going to do really well. I think that our adoption is going to go really well. I'm not going to speak on behalf of LinkedIn, but we've had some great conversations with them, and it would seem that they're excited about it as well. And there's 150 million users in LinkedIn.
Exactly. If they promote Hookflash on their platform, then you have a great platform.
Yeah, it should grow like a hockey stick, right? I mean,
Should go exactly. There is one segment of the market, it clearly looks to me like rent seeking at this point, like this super premium, video conferencing thing. And I don't necessarily think if consumers would be willing to pay that much. I mean, there will be some consumers who will pay that much of money, but it clearly looks to me like rent seeking at this moment. Like Fuse meeting, I looked at it, they have like a crazy pricing.
yeah, WebEx is the same way, right? So
WebEx is the same way.
we're, you know, we're not trying to compete in that market, right? That's not where we're going. What we're trying to do is become more of a, you and I talk about business, and we talk about business a lot, and we want you to be able to use Hookflash almost as a business primary line replacement, so that when you're at work or when you go home, you're using Hookflash for your business communications. That's the pitch, and we have a couple of partners that are coming out with some really cool product that incorporate an iPad into a dock with a handset that will allow our users to be able to use Hookflash as a phone replacement. I think that there's real room in the market for Hookflash to grow as like just your primary business communications tool. And all of these, kind of collaborative tools like WebEx and Fuse Meeting and all those guys are heavy, and
Yes.
they're very kind of, presentation centric, right? This is not made to be a presentation tool. This is made to be a communications tool. And the idea is to bring people into this call fluidly, drop the call and leave, and you can still continue that call. So all those features are coming, right? But, the whole, slide share, device sharing, I could see us doing something with like Dropbox, right? So that when somebody wants to send a file, I can access my Dropbox right from Hookflash and send them a file and, stuff like that. Like even now, when you push the home button on your iPad, right? If you push the home button on your iPad right now, the call would continue. And you could go do whatever you wanted to do.
Let me do that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, okay, Hookflash recording. Oh, yes.
Yeah. So you can go and open up your Dropbox app and send me a file or send an email or do whatever you need to do.
Neat.
And not have to, we don't need all those features built right into the app, right? Because, the app works fine in background mode.
Right. No, this is neat.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool, right? The only thing, like I'll do it for you so you can see on your end what happens, right? The video just freezes, right? We still have audio.
Yes.
Right? So that I can come in here and I can, boot up Twitter or, whatever I want to do, have a look around.
And then come back.
And then, come back to the app and there you are and here I am and we can continue our video call.
Okay. That makes sense. No, this is neat. Then you really don't need all of those technology. You share a presentation and stuff and then you have infrastructure already ready. And then it will clearly increase, like how many people have, there are a lot of people who have these smart devices, but there's still a huge market beyond the smart devices.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like we've had long discussions about, building, like a SIP gateway, right? So that we can interact with all of the legacy PBX equipment out there. And we made a conscious decision not to do that.
No, yeah.
We just said, we just don't want to be doing a bunch of protocol transcoding and all that mess. And the reason that we built our own protocol and created our own spec that we call OpenPeer, the reason we built OpenPeer is because, SIP we felt was broken and wouldn't work for us. We can't, SIP does not really do a great job of peer-to-peer communications.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So WebRTC should be the next big thing.
I think WebRTC is pretty much the future of real-time communication. I think that's where it's all going to go, and it's high time for it, right?
It's high time. No, I agree. I agree.
I'm a big advocate of open source and open standards, and you may very well see Hookflash publish the open peer spec, so that people can use the open peer technology in tandem with the RTC web or WebRTC technology, so that anybody can build a Hookflash client and have it communicate with the Hookflash clients that are out there today. So it's a pretty exciting, we're very excited about the future, very excited about what we're doing now, and we think that we're on the right track.
I'm sure you are.
Yeah.
I'm sure. And this is phenomenal. I'm very excited. I mean, I keep looking. I mean, even though I don't have too many contacts on this thing, I just open the app just to see it. It's so beautiful. I have to, it's very beautiful.